Brought to you by Arizona Wholesale.
Hello, Art Johnson, the Appliance Guru, here with another video on behalf of Arizona Wholesale. Today we're going to discuss the purpose and use of salt in your water softener. There are a lot of misconceptions regarding the amount of salt that actually winds up in your water supply. So we have Joshua West with Quality Water Systems here to explain exactly how salt works in your water softener. Take it away, Joshua.
Joshua West here to talk to you about how a softener operates. You know, a lot of people have a misconception that says salt softens the water, and the truth is that's not how it works at all. In fact, inside the softener is what's called resin. Now, there's different grades of resin. Here in the quality line, they use a very high-grade resin, and that resin has a negative charge. Just like a magnet has a positive and a negative charge, those hard particles in your water, when we're talking about hard particles, we're meaning calcium and magnesium. That's what we're talking about. Those have a positive charge. So when you flush that water through a softener, those particles naturally, they jump right onto those resin beads. Now, eventually those resin beads, after a certain amount of gallons have gone through the system, need to be cleaned off because they're completely covered in hard particles. So that's where this salt comes into play. Now, the salt doesn't soften your water, but the salt is the soap for the system. It's going to clean those resin beads off. So about every 10 days, it really depends on your water usage, we'll flush this salt water into the softener. That's going to act as the soap for the system, and it's going to flush out all of the junk you've collected. Now, when we flush everything out, we're taking everything as far as those grains of hardness and that salt water, we're going to flush it right down the drain. Okay, we don't want to be drinking that. That's not what it's for. Salt is not what softens your water, but it does clean that system out. Joshua West checking out.
Thanks, Joshua. That was very interesting. It's good to know that much of the salt used in our water softener gets flushed down the drain and doesn't wind up in our water supply. However, for those of you that are still concerned about the amount of salt, you may elect to use potassium instead of salt in your water softener. You can purchase potassium at the same place you buy the salt. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining us.